day and age, when games inch increasingly towards realism and away from games, there are titles that pop up every once in a while that dare to go retro. For driving games, we have Trackmania, an unruly PC racer by French developer Nadeo. A tenuous mix of stadium racing and gravity-defying hijinks, Trackmania United is a game that never seems to be in short supply of chaos and content. The original also happens to be the source of one of GT's most downloaded user movies. While most of the features of a racing game usually teeter towards straight-up multiplayer action, Trackmania seems to go the other way, with a number of single-player modes that provide an interesting mix of arcade elements. Puzzle mode brings players to a bird's-eye view of a map, showing the start and end points of the racetrack. The objective is to fill in the rest of the track with a limited stock of roads, ramps, and turns, so that the player can then race across the map in the quickest way possible. Platform mode, on the other hand, puts players in a pre-constructed track outfitted with tricky jumps, pitfalls, and wall runs. There are only a few levels to start off with, but the ability to download new levels is always a plus. For the mod community, Trackmania also supports an array of customization options, ranging from paint jobs to constructing entire levels and entirely new car models. These homegrown creations are then propagated through the in-game Mania Link service, where every subsequent download earns the player copper to purchase some customized stuff of their own. While the game supports a hefty set of client-side features, there's also an online multiplayer racing mode where players can burn rubber against opponents all over the globe. The servers are organized per country and state, so you'll know exactly what kind of latency to expect. Surprisingly, racing against 20 other online players on a French-hosted game proves to be smooth. The only catch is that there's currently no collision between vehicles. Instead, it's a race against the clock, using the competition for inspiration. Competing online also gives you a chance to earn copper, so even non-modders have a chance of buying things just for playing. For the most part, racing in Trackmania drifts towards a decidedly arcade style of play. The game is saturated with insane jumps, gravity-defying turns, and seemingly impossible track constructions, limited only by the creativity of the mapmaker. If you think the maps are crazy, driving on them proves to be an even more insane task. Veering horribly off track from the road can be a common occurrence, but there's a respawn hotkey that allows you to pick up from your last checkpoint. It removes some element of challenge in exchange for convenience, but in some of the more challenging maps, it's necessary. Most servers are configured with a rotation of tracks that cycle every few minutes. Players attempt to get the best lap records, which are called at the end. If your record happens to be good enough, your stats will be uploaded on an international leaderboard, which nets your profile some ladder points. In all of its nuts and bolts, Trackmania United is a game with a satisfying combination of casual and competitive play. There are enough modes on both ends of the spectrum to keep a player busy, and the accessibility of online microtransactions, downloads, customization, and racing ensures that the content and competition for the game is sure to last as long as the community is there to support it. Trackmania United is available for purchase and download only on Steam and at the game's official website, trackmania.com.